Hello all, this is James Johnson, aka Sulfurblade, and I'm back here with Super Mega Baseball, Super Mega Baseball 2, where we lost our first game of the season last time around, and now we're on Game 2 of a 30-game season with the Milwaukee Brewers. The older Milwaukee Brewers, back from the mid to late 80s, if you're that old to remember them. Anyway, it looks like we have Bill Wegman up to the mound today as the starting pitcher, and we're facing off against the Myth, and their starting pitcher is Ivy Sasso. This should prove to be somewhat interesting. Let's go ahead and jump into the game. We're not going to be changing the ego settings since we lost our last game. No point. We're still not very good at this game. In fact, I still don't know how to throw it to second or third field. I'm fine with the lineup. The lineup's not really fine with me, but we'll go with it. So, can we make it through this 9 innings of a regular season baseball game and get a win? Or are we going to be perpetual losers? I wonder what these arrow downs mean. Don't look like a good thing. Alright, so we're starting off the top of the first inning, and it looks like we're off to bat right off the bat.
Now bat, number 4, the first baseman.
And Paul Molitor's going to watch the first pitch, and it goes by as a strike, and he fouls the second pitch away. Third pitch is a ball. And Molitor barely gets a hold of that. Will his speed get him to first base? Yes. We got a man aboard. And Dale Swaim fouls the first pitch away. And he fouls the second pitch away. And the third pitch is a ball. And he walks off disappointed with that at bat. Here comes Robin Yount. And Robin Yount watches the first pitch. It's a strike and a ball. Yount gets Molitor up to second base, sacrificing himself. 2 outs, Molitor on second, and Rob Deere up to bat. Oh, wow, Rob Deere misses that one. Uh-oh. He's behind in the count. And he fouls it away. And he was late. Well, folks, I'm still a horrible batter. I don't think that's going to change much. Hopefully I can do better pitching with Bill Wegman than I am a batter with my own team. And Wegman gets his first strike. Let's try that again since it works so well. Oh, and he watches that one. Let's put this a little outside, shall we? And we catch him swinging. 1 up, and 1 strikeout for Bill Wegman. Alright, 1 ball, 1 strike after that fallout. Two strikes. Wegman's ahead. Uh-oh. Will Yount get to it? He does. 2 outs. 1 up, 1 or 2 up, 2 down. That brings up Grip Vincenzo, the third baseman. And Wegman doesn't really know any other pitch except this sinker. Well, more like the player doesn't know any other pitch other than this sinker. And Swaim could not get there. We got a runner aboard with 2 outs.
Number 27, the right fielder.
And that brings up Fats Rocket, the right fielder. Yeah, Wegman gets a corner of the plate there. Oh, this has some juice. Can Yount get to it? And Yount retires the side. So, after 1, the Milwaukee Brewers 0, the Myth 0. Brings up the top of the second with Greg Brock, Glenn Braggs, and Jim Gantner up to bat.
Now batting, number 9, the third baseman.
And Greg Brock gets aboard.
Now batting, number 26, the right fielder.
And Glenn Braggs is caught out. 1 out this
Number 17,
inning. It brings up Jim Gantner. Oh, way early on that. Into the center field gap. How do I go forward? Keep going. All right. So Gantner gets a single because the player doesn't know how to tell his baseman to move on. Which brings up B.J. Surhoff. And he looks at a ball. And he looks at a strike. And he swings at that one late. Right past the pitcher. And Surhoff gets his first run batted in of the game. And that brings up Bill Wegman. I think with 2 outs? No, 1 out so far. Bill Wegman almost gets it down the third baseline.
Too high.
Wegman stays alive. And Wegman actually gets a hit. He loads up the bases. Bringing up Paul Molitor.
Now batting, number 4, the first
Paul Molitor hasn't been that great this year, only batting .300. But for the legendary star, we're expecting far more. Oh, and he smacks it into center field, bringing in another run.
now
Bringing up Dale Swaim,
27, the shortstop.
who's actually been the weakest batter in the lineup so far this year. But Swaim gets a hold of that one, and it's gone. It's a grand slam for Dale Swaim. Look at that, folks. Even with some right field heroics, that the right fielder almost leapt up there and got that ball.
Now back.
The Brewers are off to a commanding lead after that grand slam. And Yount, he wants to get a piece of the action. He's like, let me swing at everything, boss. And he ends up getting caught out in right field. Here comes good old Rob Deere, who's also had a weak performance this year. The power batter. The man we expect to hit the home runs does get himself a single. And he continues to keep this inning alive with Greg Brock back up to bats. Even though Greg Brock is hitting .500 for the season, he does have a propensity of ending innings for whatever reason. And he watches 2 strikes go by. And he ends an inning. And I didn't do that on purpose, folks. I was really trying to hit the pitch. All right. The Brewers are up 6-0 after 1.5.
Now batting, number 32, the shortstop.
And that one's hit long and foul. And we catch him swinging. Wegman gets another strikeout.
Now batting, number 6.
And this brings up Phil Fickles, the first baseman. And Fickle manages to hit that. And boy, did he hit it. Upper deck home run. 447 feet into center field. And that's the first run batted in for the Myth.
Number 58, the second baseman.
Which brings up Brent Precious. Just how precious is he? Oh, he watches the first strike go by. And the third baseman couldn't get there.
Now batting, number 24,
Deere showing off his powerful arm. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No! The Myth are saying, don't count us out quite yet. We have some power hitters. We are going to bring some runs in.
Now batting, number 56, the pitcher.
Alright, that brings up the pitcher. And Yount's there to retire that one. 2 outs.
Now batting, number 26.
Nobody aboard, but there's been damage done this inning. Lover Butts is up to bat, the center fielder. And he swings at the first one. Strike one. Strike two. 2 balls and 2 strikes for Wegman, who's catching his breath. Not sure what to throw, honestly. And he catches him swinging. Wegman retires the side off of another strikeout. It's 6-3 after 2. Next up, we have Glenn Braggs, Jim Gantner, and B.J. Surhoff to lead off the 3rd inning.
Now batting number 26, the right fielder.
Glenn Braggs wisely watches a few go past. Uh-oh. It's 2-2. It's a full count for Glenn Braggs, who hits that one foul down the 3rd field line. And does he manage to get to first base? He does not. But he did put the pitcher through a workout. That brings up Jim Gantner. Jim Gantner with a strike right up center field. Into the gap. Gets aboard with the single. And that brings up B.J. Surhoff. He's been having a great year. But he was late on that swing. Wow! Surhoff went for some junk on that, and the enemy pitcher got themselves a strikeout. And now Bill Wegman's up to bats again. He watches the first one go high. The second one go inside. The 3rd one go over the plate. A 4th one go over the plate. And he hits that into the right field gap, advancing Gantner to 2nd and getting himself aboard. Good showing for Bill Wegman today, bringing up Paul Molitor. Molitor, grounds into the 3rd baseman and is thrown out. Well, the 2nd fielder was thrown out, or second. The out was at 2nd base. Molitor cost it, though. It's 6-3 after the top of the 3rd. Brewers are up.
Number 4, the catcher.
And the human player almost screwed that up, but managed to figure out what he was doing at the last second. That brings up Grip Vincenzo, the 3rd baseman. And Wegman still only knows how to throw 1 pitch. Or, honestly, the player. Whoa! We got that mysterious center field grounder through the gap, which puts somebody aboard. Are there any outs yet? There is 1 out. So the right fielder's up to bats. Fats Rocket. Oh, and the 2nd baseman was a little amazed he managed to make the catch and forgot he needed to throw the guy out at first base. But he made the catch, so that's another out this inning. Well, we won't hold that as an error on Gantner, though he was a little late to act. Alright, we have another runner aboard. Runners at 1st and 2nd with 2 outs. No damage yet done this inning. And Wegman manages to field it and end this inning by throwing the runner off at first base. After 3, 6-3, Milwaukee Brewers over the Myth. At the top of the 4, we have Dale Swaim leading off, and Robin Yount as well as Rob Deere. Dale Swaim last up to bats was a grand slam, which has improved his batting this year. Pitcher's a little scared of what Dale might do to him again. He's thrown 2 balls now. Puts the third one right over the plate. The fourth one's inside. It's 3-1. And Swaim's walked. Bringing up Robin Yount. Looks like there's going to be a pitching change as Everly Diligence comes in for Ivy Sassow. And Yount takes advantage of the pitching change, says, no, you're going to throw a faster ball at me? Well, I'm going to hit it right through center field. Which brings up Rob Deere with no outs yet. And Rob Deere hits it into center field. The bases are full. And now Greg Brock up with no outs. And he watches the first one go wide. And he was amazed about this call on the second one. And again, he was amazed at that call. He ended up hitting himself out to the third baseman, who quickly caught it. Uh-oh, 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 no! Double play, no runs come in, leaving 3 stranded at the top of the 4th. The bottom of the 4th brings up Brent Precious, Buford, Masters, and Everly Diligence, the new pitcher.
58, the second baseman.
Hello to you too. No, the umpire meant that was a ball, you fool. Alright, that hit is being called for by Deere, and Deere fields it 1 out. Bring up Buford Masters, who got a home run last time up. And Wegman shows his disdain for his home run with his last bats by beaning him. Inside. Come on, ump. Alright, the pitcher just wants to watch everything go by. Pitcher swings at that one, fouls away. Uh-oh. No fear, the right fielder is there. Pitcher flies out to right field. 2 outs. Bringing up the center fielder, Lover Butts. It's 6-3. Hi! Hello to you too. Okay, so Wegman is now behind in the count. And the second baseman, Jim Gantner, manages to field the ball and throw out the runner at first base. Good thing, too, because he had no idea how to throw it to second base.
Now batting.
But that retires the side and brings up Jim Gantner, who's batting .571 for the year. And wonders how the heck that could have been called a strike. He doesn't like this pitcher. She's got some weird motion, and it's causing him to have problems delineating if her pitches are balls or strikes. Very ocular illusion-y. That was a... This pitcher is becoming a problem. But we get a hit. We should have maybe turned it into the second base, honestly. But, you know, we were so surprised that we actually got a hit. And Bill Wegman needs to be replaced, I believe. What inning are we in? I don't even know anymore, but I think that this is probably the time to bring Bill Wegman out and bring in a substitute hitter. So we'll do that. How about Cecil Cooper? Absolutely, Cecil Cooper's not going to the bullpen. He's gonna go hit, right? Yes. I don't think it would be a good idea for Cecil Cooper to pitch, to be honest. And Cecil Cooper gets a hold of that one, and it's going. It's out of the park. Cecil Cooper brought in to hit a home run, bringing in an RBI as long as and himself. Molitor's excited. He's like, "You're the boy, Cecil. Way to go, way to go."
The first baseman.
And Molitor hits a nice strong one in between the right and center field. And he, again, doesn't go to second base. He easily could have made it, but the player was snoozing and not sure what button to press, bringing up Dale Swaim. Dale Swaim is again amazed with that pitch. How could that be called a strike? Oh, yes! Yes! Did you see that, folks? Dale Swaim crushed the pitcher. That was beautiful. That was the best hit of the day. And the pitcher, the evil pitcher with the weird sidearm motion that we couldn't delineate the pitches, she's been taken out. Dale Swaim with the biggest hit of the day. And that was a nice, easy to see fastball coming straight down the plate. And clear ball. Yount manages to cause an error. He's telling the runners to go. And holy cats! Even when he shouldn't have told the runners to go, he told the runners to go, and it worked. There was an error. 2 errors on that play. I don't even know how to comment about all the things that happened in that last play. Oh, and the side has been retired. No, it hasn't. The announcer is in error. What? No, that wasn't a strike. And now this side's been retired. And who's retired the side? The guy who always retires the side, Greg Brock. I don't know how he does it, but if there is ever an inning to be retired, Greg Brock is the man to do it. Anyway, Chris Bosio, didn't he relief pitch the last game? No. Let's see someone new, like maybe a Chuck Krim, shall we? It's 10-3 after some more damage was done in the top of the 5th. The Brewers are ahead of the Myth. But can the Brewers hold on to a lead? They were winning at this point in the last game, and they gave up a big lead. So it's far from over. And there was damage, lots of damage, big hit through the gap of every gap. Every gap was exploited on that hit.
Now batting, number 12.
The leadoff batter's on second base. No outs. Chuck Krim seems a little paranoid out there. I don't know what it is, but Chuck Krim does kind of resemble Paul Molitor. Did they look alike in real life? I'm not sure. And Braggs manages to catch that out. I think we have 2 outs now? Do we have 2 outs? Or we have 1 out? 1 out with the guy on second. This brings up Fats Rocket. And Fats gets a hold of that one with a high pop-up. And Gantner goes deep out to field that one.
Now batting, number 32, the shortstop.
2 outs, the shortstop. Lokes mic drop is up to bat. And Lokes seems to be a fairly decent hitter. Oh, Molitor can't make the play. And a run comes in. 10-4. 10-4, good buddy. A run comes in. The Myth are not silent this inning, as there's 2 outs with a runner on first. And Chuck Krim still trying to work his way through this inning. Throwing the only pitch the player really knows how to throw. Oh no! Oh no! 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 Chuck Krim is having a very hard inning here as he lets another 2 runs come through this inning after a home run was hit to the right field.
Now batting, number 58.
And that brings up Brent Precious. And Wegman makes an error, but manages to throw the out anyway. After 3 runs came in at the bottom of the 5th, the score is 10-6. Brewers holding on, as the 6th inning will lead off with Glenn Braggs.
Now batting, number 26, the right fielder.
And Glenn Braggs watches the first pitch go by. Follows the second pitch, but hits it into the left center gap. Some sort of gap. He hits it into a gap, and he makes a single. Jim Gantner is up to the plate.
The second baseman.
Gantner watches a ball go by, and Gantner manages to hit to that gap. You know, that gap I keep talking about, right? Gantner hit to it. Now Surhoff's up to the plate.
The catcher.
Surhoff watches the first pitch go ball, and the second pitch go ball, and the third pitch go right over the plate, and the fourth pitch go ball. 3-1. 3-2, full count. What's Surhoff going to do here? He's going to swing for it. And he manages to just sneak it past. Loading up the bases for Paul Molitor, who's curious if there's any outs yet. There isn't. No, Paul Molitor is up to the plate with a full count and manages to get a run batted in. And the bases are still full. Wait. Now Paul Molitor's up to... Well, who was just up... The pitcher was up to bat. Oh, Chuck Krim, who looks just like Paul Molitor. Paul Molitor's twin. But I'm afraid Paul Molitor's gonna... Yeah, he flew out to center. But the bases are still loaded for Dale Swaim, who's already had one grand slam this game. He's not getting one on that pitch. Whoa! They beamed him! That brings another run in at Robin Yount, up to bats with the bases loaded. And Robin Yount lines it out to the shortstop. 2 outs, I believe, but still bases loaded for Rob Deere, the power hitter. The man is up to bats. He fouls it down the third baseline. Whoa, that was high. Why did he swing at that? He doesn't know. Oh, Deere wanted to hit something. He probably shouldn't have swung at that, but he really wanted to hit something. A little more damage done that inning at the top of the 6th. Milwaukee Brewers 12. The Myth 6. So with the 6-run lead, the Myth is up to do some damage. And Chuck Krim, who got a run batted in last inning, and still kind of looks eerily like Paul Molitor, is staring at the batter. Braggs calls for it, and he makes the first out.
Now batting, number 50, the pitcher.
All right, we seem to be having a pinch hitter come in for the pitcher. We'll be seeing Sam Cruz. Sam is all smiles as he gets a chance to come to the plate and do some damage. And Sam hits it strong into the center field gap. Yount's like, I'm going to throw him out at first. But no, it doesn't quite get there in time.
Now batting, number 26, the center fielder.
Okay, Lover Butts is up. He hasn't done much this game, but maybe the commenter shouldn't say anything or he'll end up doing something. But not with that hit. Oh no. Yes, commenter jinxed himself. Runners at first and second with no outs. No, there's an out. There is some light in this tunnel. Robin Yount, he's running back to try to field this, but he can't field it because it was hit over the wall. It was a home run, and Chuck Krim is like, but I got to run batted in, but I've given up 3 runs this inning and 3 runs last inning. But I did, actually hit somebody in. Tom Troublehorn, please keep that in mind. I batted well. Let me pitch some more. It's 12-9, and Krim is struggling. Whoa! And Krim gets a strikeout. He's like, yes, see, I told you. Believe in me, Tom Troublehorn. Believe in me. I can get the job done. All of a sudden, Krim's turned into a nightmare out there. He's throwing strike after strike. And he fields the ball, but he throws late. What was that? The fielders didn't seem to know what they were doing. Or the player didn't know what he's doing. Probably more accurate. And there's more damage being done this inning. 2 runners on bases.
Number 6, the first baseman.
And 2 outs. And Krim, he's still trying to hold on. Doesn't want to be pulled out, but he should have been pulled out. Things are going horribly. Another run comes in. It's 12-10.
Now batting, number
And Brent Precious is up to bat. Our Precious. Uh-oh. Not our Precious. And look at that. That throw to first almost got the guy off at home. I think we have a tie game. We do have a tie game. This is horribly bad. This is really bad. And yeah, it's really bad. And Surhoff almost gets the guy off at second by throwing to first base. Because, you know, the player doesn't know how to throw anywhere but first base. No! They're trying to... Oh, heavens. Crikey. Things are going to hell. Chuck Krim is going to get this loss if we lose. He'll deserve this loss after all of this losing he's done. Somebody catch the damn ball. We need to end this inning. This inning has been a nightmare. Throw it way over here. Maybe he'll swing at it. No, that didn't happen. How about way up here? Maybe he'll swing at it. Oh, he did swing at it, and he got a hold of it. He got a hold of it, and nobody could field it. Oh, man. Things are just going bad everywhere. That was a triple.
Now batting number 26, the center fielder.
All right. Troublehorn, he needs to do something about this dying ship. How do we substitute? Chuck Krim, damage really being done. Needs to come out. Who's going to come in? How about Juan Nivs?
Now pitching, number 20.
All right, Juan's going to come in and try to right the ship here. Juan showing how to get the work done. No! Juan gives up a homer. Oh my God. We're going to lose again. This is terrible. Why does the game keep doing this to me? Why can't I manage to hold on to a lead? I suck at this game. Sorry, folks. I'm getting a little defeatist here. Game's not over yet. I just wish this inning was over. It's the inning that never ends.
Now batting, number 12, the third baseman.
Come on, Juan. You can do something. Come on, Ump. Help me out here. Hey! Somebody got an out. Finally, an out happened. Yes, an out finally happened. Brewers are down 16-12 after a lot of damage was done in that round. 10 runs on the bottom of the 6th. Greg Brock up to bats.
Now batting, number 9, the third baseman.
Greg Brock, fair ball. He wants to get a second base thing out of this. Yeah, there. However that worked. Perfect. Good. Stuff and things happened. Now Greg Braggs is up to bats with Brock on second base. And shit. Braggs is caught out at third base,
Number 17,
bringing up Gantner.
the second baseman.
Gantner with a nice in the gap, go to home, get to home, get to your home. And Gantner almost got caught out at second base.
Number 5, the catcher.
But a run comes in, and here's Surhoff. Surhoff watches a high ball go by. Watches 2 high balls go by. And puts that one into the gap. Runners wisely stay in place as Juan Nivs. Juan is up to bats. Juan watches a strike. Juan looks nothing like Paul Molitor, but manages to get it into that gap. That gap I always talk about. Juan with a single and a run batted in, bringing up Paul Molitor, who's obviously Paul Molitor. The real Paul Molitor is up to bats. Paul watches a high ball go past. And Paul Molitor gets it into the right field gap. Loads up the bases for Dale Swaim, who's having an interesting day, getting a grand slam, being beamed and walked. They're scared of Dale Swaim here. No! Oh, Dale Swaim almost hit into a double play, but manages to get a run batted in. Runners on first and third, with Robin Yount up to bats. Oh, Robin wanted something. And he wanted... Oh, Robin's peeved! He doesn't know how that happened. He wanted to swing for the fences and ended up striking out. Brewers are down 15-16 after 3 runs come in the 7th, and the Brewers pitching staff is begging, hoping, praying that Juan Neves can just get through this inning without any damage. Okay. Whew. It's a loaded count. Juan is working hard to work hard. He's throwing a fastball right down the pipe. He's not sure what to do here. All right.
Number 32.
First person on base. No outs yet. Oh, Gantner was a little more on top of it after he caught that one and almost threw the guy out at first baseman. At first base, yeah, or the first, yeah, something like that. You know what I meant. We got an out here. And a high ball. Swaim comes out to make the grab. We got 2 outs. The Brewers are thanking their stars right now. And now our Precious, Brent Precious, is up to bats. and our Precious is not enthused about us making fun of him. He hits a homer to do more damage. More damage done. Brewers are still behind. Now down 3.
Number 24, the left fielder.
That brings up the left fielder, Buford Masters, who's been a master on the day. But Gantner's like, we're getting out of this inning. Molitor says, I agree. So after the end of 7, Milwaukee Brewers 15, the Myth 18, in a game that looks more like a football game than a baseball game. We still have 2 innings to play. And Rob Deere's like, yep, I'm knocking this one out of the park, guys. And Rob Deere's doing something, and it sure isn't hitting the ball. Oh, Jesus. Remember how to bats? Can you bats? Can you bats at all? I can't bats. No! Things are going bad. Things are going really badly. The defeatist attitude needs to go away. Greg Braggs needs to do something here. And Braggs tries to do something. Yeah, he hits it to the shortstop, and it retires the side. Something has been done, and it's still 18-15 with 2 more innings to go. And Juan Neves really wanting to get out of this game. And they're going to put in a pinch hitter for their pitcher. Oh! Giving it out. Surhoff takes it. We'll take those. Those are the types of outs we like. The center fielder is up to plate here. Lover Butts. We probably shouldn't make any jokes about him, because when we make jokes about people, they tend to do good things. And I pressed the wrong button. Should have had an out there, but another player error causes us more grief. All right, he wisely watches us throw all kinds of crap across the plate. And then he hits it into a gap, and things are not going well here. And we wisely throw to first base because, you know, that's the only base we know how to throw to. More damage done. Treble Horn is pondering. Is it time for Plesac? Is it Plesac time? Nah, we're gonna let Juan throw a few more pitches here. A few more balls. Catch that, Robin. You're our only hope. And the runner is advancing to advancements of advancing things. It is 15 to a lot. 15 to 19, 18. We're down 4. 2 outs. And we have Fats Rocket up to bats. Fats Rocket ends the side. Oh, more damage done. But it wasn't too damaging. It wasn't as damaging as that one damaging round. We have a new pitcher coming in. Yes. Fred Stone will be replacing the Nick Witness. And so it's 19-15 with one run coming in at the bottom of the 8th, and Jim Gatner, B.J. Surhoff, and Juan Neves up to the plate. In the top of the 9th, we need 4 runs.
Now batting, number 17, the second baseman.
New fielder. Yes. Jeffrey Wackett is going to come in for Fats at right field. Oh, why? Let me hit stuff.
Batting, number 5.
B.J. Surhoff up to the plate. B.J. into that gap. And he'll get a single. And the pitcher's up to the plate. We need to replace him. We need to replace the... Yes. Pitcher must come out. And somebody needs to hit for him. Gary Sheffield, Juan Castillo, who is gonna hit for him? Substitute him. Let's see, Sheffield, Castillo. We're gonna go with Castillo.
Now batting, number 21.
Oh, that was right over the plate. Juan Castillo can't keep it in. All right, that center field gap has been exploited by Juan Castillo. We got runners at first and second, and there's still life with 1 out. And Paul Molitor up to bats.
4, the first baseman.
Oh, Paul couldn't hit that. What the hell's going on, game? Why won't you let me hit the ball? What? I don't know why I can't hit the ball. I wasn't early. I don't know. Grr. All right, we managed to get it into the center field gap. The bases are loaded, and we have Robin Yount
Batting, number 19.
Our best player on the goddamn team ups to bats here. Who's can't hit a ball to save his ass. Wow. Fuck! Alright, guys, it looks like the Brewers are going to lose once again. Stranding 3, down 4 runs. This game is frustrating. Very frustrating. It's like the game feels like the game should be for the first, like 6 innings, and then the 7th, 8th, 9th inning stretch, the computer all of a sudden becomes invincible, and you lose the game. I just want to pound my head against my desk. I'm going to pound my head against the desk. Let's continue on here. Brewers lose 15-19. Yeah, stuff and things happened. Chuck Cooper did well coming in. Chuck Krim, he batted well, pitched like a horse's ass, but yeah, he batted well. Juan Knives batted okay, and Juan Castile, he did pretty well. B.J. Surhoff didn't have a bad game again. Glenn Braggs was kind of the failure of the evening, but Braggs had a pretty good game last game. Rob Deere is still continuing to be a horse's ass on the year. Dale Swaim kind of improved on his performance from last week. And Molitor still kind of struggling, even though he's 417 on the game. I expect so much more out of Paul Molitor. And we're not even going to talk about Robin Yount because, well, I'm screwing Robin Yount out. My lack of being able to time the swings of my bat is causing Paul Molitor, one of the greatest Milwaukee Brewers baseball players of all time, to really not look very good in this game. Yeah, let's move on here. Wegman, Chuck Krim gets the deserved loss after like giving up all those runs. And Wegman doesn't get a loss. That's the one good thing we can say about that, I suppose. And Dale Swaim, considered the MVP of the game with his grand slam performance, his walking and his beaning, and yet another RBI afterwards, was a pretty impressive game for Dale Swaim, one must admit. And, yeah, the game says you're really terrible at this game, and I must agree. For the season, we're really terrible at this game, and everybody else there agrees. Okay, it's probably time to, like, simulate some games, I suppose, and the simulation shall take place. We do know the Brewers have lost once again. Yeah. So the Brewers are being joined by plenty of other teams that are 0-2, to include the Gazelles, the Ninjas, the Soul Takers, the Vrooms, and the Jurassics. They all share in the 0-2 experience. And the Nomads as well. And the Machos. So plenty of other 0-2 teams to share the shame with. Oh, I think we might be going into the threes. Yes, Jurassics lost. Jurassics are now the bottom of our division, being 0-3. Gazelles are 0-3. Soul Takers are 0-3. there's a few 0-3 teams around the league, so the Brewers aren't the worst team in the league at this point in time. No, that would be either the Jurassics or the Gazelles, or the Soul Takers. So the Brewers still have a chance to try to right the ship in our next game, where we will take on somebody. Who knows who, but we'll take on somebody. We'll be taking on the Juggernauts next time we record this game. And our starting pitcher will be the legendary Raleigh Fingers. So maybe old Raleigh Fingers can get the first win for the Brewers against Brian Thicket and the Juggernauts, the 1-1 Juggernauts. Yeah, that's what you have to look forward to the next time I play this particular game. And there's some sort of stat here saying something happened, and it points up in the air, which evidently is a good thing. And this person had a bad thing happen, so things are happening in this game. And that's about all you can say at this point, is things are happening in this game. Anyway, I'm James Johnson, aka Sulfurblade. This is my content. Hopefully you're enjoying it. If so, please leave a like and subscribe. And until the next time, all, peace.